next week after your hearings. But get a people a final word for tonight.
All right. Well, I think I'll go straight to the jury nullification issue.
Okay.
There's an organization out there called FIJA, the Fully Informed Jury Association. If you want to find out some information or get some flyers, you can call that organization. They'll send you a case of flyers. If you want to target courtrooms or jury pools one day, call FIJA. Get a case of flyers. Spend your Mondays and Tuesdays at a random courthouse passing out flyers. All around the courthouse.
It should be part of the Occupy movement, in my opinion.
Well, I was going to get to that too, and I was going to say yes, and the Occupy movement should include Occupy the courtrooms, and people should understand that our laws, that our prison systems, that our plantation systems, that they catch them. The overseer is the courthouse. Like, that's where it happens. And if we can get that message out for that 1%, these big corporations are not only do they supply all the products and services for these prisons, but they actually are owning prisons now. There are private prisons out there, and these are owned by that 1% again. So again, the Occupy the courtroom moment mission is a valid mission that people should be on. So I want to put that out there. And again, the issue of jury nullification should be taught as a means to end the racist war on drugs. If black people were, brown people, not just black people, brown people, if we were taught that, not only did this happen to me about 12 years ago, I had a jury, and on my jury, I had about 4 or 5 women, black women, who I'm looking at them as, oh, wow, to get them on my jury, and wow, they may, they'll feel for me, and I'll get a not guilty. Each one of them got up there and said, oh, I don't trust the police, I don't like the police, so yeah, you can't have me on this jury. I'm like, what? And of course, the judge, the prosecutor kicked them off. It happened here. Out of those 60 people, there were probably 7 or 8 of them who went up there and said, I don't believe in the marijuana laws, and I know who this gentleman is, and I couldn't put him in jail. What?
Wow.
And of course the prosecution and the judge says, oh, well, okay, well, you've made up your mind already, so you can't be impartial.
Right.
They kick him off the jury. There were 4 black people. There were 2 women. One was happened to work in the prosecution, the New Jersey Attorney General's office. So she got excused for that. I'm not sure I wanted her on my jury anyway. There was another young lady, she appeared to be black, but when she opened her mouth, it was Spanish. And I believe she was a Dominican. That's where I was feeling. She basically said the same thing, that she didn't like the police or something, and she didn't want.
Well, this is a way to stop the police.
Because they haven't been enlightened. They haven't been told. This they have no idea about this concept of jury nullification, that they would be the ones that if she felt that the police were over heavy-handed or were enforcing racist laws, or she could just reject the law. She just kept her mouth shut and been on the jury and just reject the law.
Been a stealth juror.
Yeah, and the same thing with there was one black guy. He gave a crappy answer. Like I knew it was crap. He just said like, oh, I got something to do next week, and this trial would hamper my ability to do that. And he just he didn't really say what he was doing or anything. And of course, the prosecution looks at the black man like, oh, let's get him off. Want him to feel any sympathy for the defendant. So he got off. And then the one black guy that was on there, I'm not alleging anything, but I was sure standing in front of the elevator, and guess who got off the elevator with him?
Who's that, the prosecutor?
The prosecutor. Him and the prosecutor got off the elevator together. And of course I said something in court, it appeared to be improper. I couldn't prove anything was going on. And when I raised it, the judge actually got mad at me and took a recess and came back and didn't talk about it.